way on God's green earth that Tom Brady's leaving New England. And, you know, they've been so invested with Dak that they've been so invested in Dak Prescott in Dallas that I don't think there's any way they get rid of him. So we'll just have to see what happens.
All right. Well, I know we only had you for a limited amount of time today, so appreciate you joining us. The XFL starts tomorrow, the reboot. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to watch, Tom. I mean, you think about people just love football, so there's that. And, you know, you're going to get more access. It's going to be different than what we see in the NFL on a weekly basis. But I thought it was fun when it was here in the late 90s, early 2000s. So I think it's going to be something fun to watch. It's going to be different. Why not give it a chance? I mean, there's 8 teams. Pick a team you like the most. I'll take the Seattle Dragons, I guess. And I mean, it'll be interesting. It's definitely, I think, worth giving it a shot, giving it a chance to check out. It could suck for all we know, but as much money as they were putting into that thing, it should at least have some entertainment value, right?
Oh, absolutely, and then you wonder if Seattle's going to have the Flying Dragons. Okay, that's my Game of Thrones reference there. So, all right, Tony, we appreciate you, man. We'll talk with you soon, buddy.
All righty, man. Have a great day.
Hey, Tony, where can people find your work and masterpieces at, sir?
Yeah, just follow me on Twitter at Tony D Indy. You'll see the link to my podcast and to everything else I do, and we'll see what happens with the Pacers tonight. They're probably the most confusing team since Victor Oladipo returned. And he's not playing tonight. Pelicans are a tough team. Zion Williamson, we know what he can do. You know, and you've got Brandon Ingram who's playing well. We'll see what happens. Should be an interesting game tonight for Maker's Life Fieldhouse. Yeah,
and they're playing in their Lucky Hickory uniforms, so we'll see what happens.
Indeed.
All right, Tony. Thank you. You have a good day, buddy.
You too. Take care.
Tony Donahue of the Tony D podcast joins us, and I know we only had him for a limited amount of time. Mo for the BS Sports Show tells us it's a game time decision, so it may or may not be me and you for the rest of the show, but that's okay if it is. We'll be right back right here on the Balance Radio Network. Baby, bye, bye, bye.
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active-duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you could save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your moves.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
It's double trouble, double the fun. At African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals. See live educational shows. Feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Symbol Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
Welcome back to the Balance. My name's Tom Marquez, El Presidente, 917-889-8516. I tell you what, great conversation we just had with Tony Donahue, the Tony D podcast. Also, thank you to Matthew Embury of WSBT up in South Bend, our official IndyCar contributor. Talking about what's going on with James Hinchcliff. I mean, he's dangling the carrot for some reason, and well, we don't really know why. We don't know really what, but we know that he's put some tweets up, and if you don't follow him on Twitter, go ahead and do that and follow him at Hinchtown. But he posted and tweeted some different stuff, if you will. As Tony alluded to, he was running through the woods, getting back into the race car. We know he's got a new sponsorship with Genesis. So just a lot of that we don't know, a lot of the unknowns. And so we'll see what happens with James Hinchcliff. Also, Steve Wilson of Speedway Digest joined us and talking with us a little bit about the Daytona 500 and the kickoff of the NASCAR season 2020. I mean, yeah, NASCAR probably has one of the shortest seasons, off seasons, if you will. But as we talked about, Jimmy Johnson going to be on his farewell tour. I mean, it's kind of crazy. You follow these sports for so many years, and then you just it's like you wake up one day and say, what's going on here? Because, you know, like myself, I remember Jimmy Johnson as a rookie. Jimmy Johnson being a protege or a prodigy, or not prodigy, that's not the word I want, but a someone that was a mentor under Jeff Gordon. So we remember the Bush brothers coming in, and you know, just it's out with the old and in with the new, and we've seen a lot of the greats retire over the last few years, and Tony Stewart just recently getting into the Hall of Fame, and then you had Dale Jr. That retired, you had Jeff Gordon that retired, so you've had a Mark Martin, you've had a lot of drivers that have retired, and we're kicking off our 2020 season with the farewell tour of Jimmy Johnson, and so we'll see how all of that plays out, and as we move forward into the 2020 season. Tomorrow is the clash, the duels of the Daytona 500. So we'll see what happens there, and who gets on the pole. But and then we just had Tony Donahue, the Tony D podcast, who joined us, and talked with us a little bit more about James Hinchcliff and what's going on with there in IU and Purdue. It's really a must win for both teams, but I'm in the IU camp, so I need to have IU get a win. We need to have that win. We need to get into March Madness. We need to get into. We need to at least get to the Sweet 16. I think for Tony. For Tony. I'm bad on names today. But for Archie to get off that hot seat that he's on. So we'll see what happens there. It's a game time decision for Mo from the BS Sports Show, who may join us. And then tomorrow is also. Today. I'm sorry. Is also the start of the XFL, the reboot. And maybe they can get it right now. Oliver Luck, Andrew Luck's father, is the commissioner. So we'll see if they can get their acts together on that. (917-889-8516) is our digits. We tried to do this earlier, and we were having some audio difficulties, and so I thought what we'd do is just go ahead and try to replay this Daytona 500 soundbite that we were going to play prior to Steve Wilson. Let's give it another shot.
Anticipated moment in racing.
There's a fight